We continue on our talk about the most valuable rookie cards. So today we're going to be discussing speculating on Derek Jeter pre-rookie as well as rookie cards. One thing you can notice immediately when you start investigating Derek Jeter is the number of times that he appears on the cover of Sports Illustrated. There was a Sports Illustrated dedicated just to Derek Jeter. And then there's so many essence to his popularity and his ball play that we have certain stories like the Subway Series. And we have that he was in 15 years the first time that the Yankees had won a World Series. There is the fact that over the course of Derek Jeter's playing time, the Yankees won 5 World Series. And then there was a lot of kind of farewell and gratitude for Derek's contribution to baseball in his final year at Yankee Stadium. So Derek Jeter poses a very good example of the whole continuum of baseball from a young child all the way to the Hall of Fame. And it kind of becomes a reflection on someone's journey through this process. So many young boys, they start off probably with T-ball, then they move to coach pitch, then they move to kid pitch, and we begin to see when they go to Little League where we start having photos of Derek Jeter when he played in Little League, and we see these pictures to the left where it kind of shows a continuum of his aging process. And you'll note that when he was in Little League, he even predicted, I'm going to be a shortstop for the New York Yankees. And after Little League comes Babe Ruth, and you can see some photos to the side of when he played Babe Ruth. And then high school at Kalamazoo, and we'll talk about the fact that he was raised in New Jersey, born in New Jersey, but basically raised in Kalamazoo. And so his high school pictures become pretty classic in terms of the young career of a future star. So once you kind of graduate from the Babe Ruth and into high school, and you can see the yearbook picture of Derek Jeter in high school, as well as a baseball card that was produced at that time, that if you're a high school star, you probably have about a 2 to 6% chance of making it to playing in college, and actually about a 0.5% of making it to the big leagues. So Jeter was drafted directly out of high school, so he didn't attend college. But college players that are going to play major league, about 9 to 10% are going to basically make it in the draft. And maybe when they're in the draft, about 17% will make it into the minors. And so we'll go over the history of Derek Jeter's years in the minor leagues as he played for different ball clubs, as you can see in the cards that are at the lower part. And then you see his draft card, and he had several draft cards as he was drafted 6th in the 1992 draft out of high school at 18 years old. And then once you're drafted, then you become a prospect, or you become a minor league player, and about 10% of those players make it to the big leagues and become a rookie. D. Jeter made it to the big leagues when he was age 20, and about 1% of players that enter the league as rookies are ever going to make it into the Hall of Fame. So you see, it's a really incredibly how it basically diminishes in terms of the likelihood of not only making it to the big leagues, but certainly eventually, if at all possible, into the Hall of Fame. And you see in this future stars, this is where you become kind of next stage after a rookie, is that you have a series of things in terms of you collect accolades, and you'll see in these pictures you have that Jeter was a batting leader. Jeter held the record in a sense for hits for a Yankee. He played in 5 or had 5 Golden Glove awards. He was in 14 All-Star games. He won 5 Silver Sluggers. He was the MVP of the All-Star Series, and here he is holding his Hall of Fame plaque. And he was elected into Hall of Fame in 2020, just 1 vote shy of unanimous. So Rivera was the first basically to get unanimous. He was not far behind, just one vote short. And at 2017, he retired at the age of 40. So kind of the continuum of a ball player. And we'll kind of get into that as we look at the whole baseball card market for Derek Jeter. So this is a dilemma. We have 5 cards, and we're going to decide which one of these is the rookie card. So the first is 1992, the second is 1993, the third is 1993, the fourth is 1995, and the last is 1996. So you would think, well, his rookie year was 1995. It would be the score rookie card, but actually it is the tops, both the tops and upper deck, that are the rookie cards. And so how does this play out? Well, it turns out that he was drafted in 1992, and this is his draft pick card from upper deck, but it is not a mainstream deck. This is a minor league set, so it's not a mainstream collectible. So his rookie card is actually 1993, both, and there's others of cards that were produced by mainstream sets at that particular time. That was his rookie card amongst others of the same year. And it turns out that this foil Upper Deck SP was his most valuable card, being a rookie and being the most valuable of his rookie cards. Actually, 1995 was his rookie year. And that should be his rookie card. But this is almost 2 years after the actual rookie card, not him as a rookie, and he played 15 games in 1995, and in 1996 he was rookie of the year, and so this card is legitimate, seemingly, to put as a rookie card. And so why is this kind of confusion? But for Derek Jeter, as I said, his official mainstream rookie card release was in 1993, and any card release prior to that should be considered a pre-rookie card. So a pre-rookie card is identified, it's given to cards that feature an athlete before they participated at the pro level or prior to the designated rookie card release year. These cards are often labeled as minor league cards, prospect cards, draft pick cards, collegiate cards, or XRC. So still a little bit confusing, but let's look at basically these are those rookie cards from mainstream sets for Derek Jeter. So you have the Upper Deck, you have the Stadium Club, you have the Pinnacle, as well as the Bowman, another Upper Deck, as well as the Tops and Score Select, both rookie and draft pick here. So these were the mainstream cards, first cards, so they're considered the rookie cards for Derek Jeter. So what is a rookie card designation? Or any identifiers given to cards that are the first to feature an athlete after that athlete has participated in highest level of competition with his or her respective sport. It must be licensed in both leagues and the Players Association. A rookie card identifier is only given to cards that fit this criteria. So kind of simplifying that, the rookie card designation, a base card from the first year a player is included in a major set. So the card that was 1992 of the draft pick in Upper Deck, that was not a main set. It's Upper Deck, but it was a minor league set. And it does not reflect the year the player made his major league debut. So again, we said that in 1995, he made his major league debut. In 1996, he was rookie of the year, but it's 1993 that is his rookie card, not a rookie player. And so Jeter played 15 games in 1995 as his debut. He was rookie of the year in 1996, but he was included in a major set in 1993. So the cards you see here are often identified as rookie cards, so that if one was to just go pick up a rookie card, they would be convinced that this is his rookie card. But unknowingly, it is not his first card at all, but maybe as much as 1 or 2 years after that rookie card. And so many cards issued before. So these were printed in 1994 to 1995, which is after 1993, which is after Derek Jeter's true rookie card year. So a PRT identifier is given to cards that feature a player after their rookie season, but in some way the card is designed as elements that feature a rookie theme. So confusing, but basically main set, first card, that's the rookie card. So a little background again, going a little bit into the history of Derek Jeter. He was born in New Jersey, as I say, on June 26, 1974, but was raised in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And this is his high school picture at Kalamazoo High School yearbook picture. So it was a 6th pick in the first round of the Major League Draft right out of high school. 6th pick was pretty high. And in fact, he was the number 1 pick. Was Jeter was supposed to be that. I think it was Newcomb was the scout for the Houston Astros. And it was a complication in terms of they were assuming how much that Jeter would demand in terms of his bonus. So they went for an individual who never became really a star named Phil Nevins. And the Yankees were lucky to pick him up as a 6th pick. He played in the minors. He went into the minors of the Gulf Coast and didn't have a very good starting year. As you can see, he had a .210 batting average with 21 errors, which is so not Derek Jeter's. We'll see as his career goes on to the majors. But the minor leagues overall, he batted .308, had 16 home runs and 219 RBIs. Fairly good for sure. And as I say, in May 29th, when he entered the first time into the big leagues, he played 15 games. And then 96, he was a starting shortstop for the Yankees, was Rookie of the Year, batted .314, 10 home runs, 78 RBIs, and 183. So he is actually improving through this kind of minors into the big leagues. He was elected the All-Star 14 times. He won 5 Gold Gloves, 5 Silver Slugger Awards. He was the 2000 MVP in the All-Star game. He was the MVP of the World Series, and he won the Babe Ruth Award, which is an award given to the individual who has the best performance postseason. And in 2000. In 2006, he won the Hank Aaron Award. The Hank Aaron Award is for outstanding offensive performance, and he actually won that award twice. In 2009, he won the Roberto Clemente Award and the SI Sportsmanship Award. And the Roberto Clemente Award honors those whose values to commitment to community and value in helping others. So a very kind of benevolent individual, which is kind of a nice breath of fresh air for people who are playing professional sports. And in 2010, he won the Lou Gehrig Award, Memorial Award, which is those who exemplify the character and integrity of Lou Gehrig. So we'll get back to this, but this is a very important aspect of Derek Jeter's popularity, is this giving to the community, caring person, and so forth. And he played on the Yankees, and as a Yankee, he had won 5 World Series champions. So here you have a review of all the things I've just listed. And so he certainly has lots of accolades. There's no wonder that he made the Hall of Fame and he's such a successful player. But in the card industry, where we're talking about, this is kind of coming to the end of the junk wax era. He's almost like the saving grace of that era, that though there were made a lot of cards, as we'll be going through this with Derek Jeter, they still hold very good value today if you know what cards to look for and they're in good condition. So looking back at his history in baseball, after he's drafted in 1992, this is the series of teams he plays for in the Yankee minor league system. And you can kind of see them all listed here. And you also see what level they are, anywhere from rookie league to advanced A through AA, AAA, until he gets on the Yankees in 1995. And you can see the leagues that all of these represent. So he's kind of playing all over the country, from New York to Tampa to Florida, playing all over the place. And at the end, he retires, and then about 2 years after, he becomes the Miami Marlins CEO, and he recently resigned in 2022. So that's kind of the history through the different levels of baseball for Derek Jeter. So we're going to go back now, and we're going to look at how early cards were produced. And it's important to look at these cards if we're thinking about what cards are valuable for Derek Jeter. So the earlier you got cards on Derek Jeter, you'll see the better off they were in terms of making profits later. And so we have this high school card, which is called Little Son, and actually we'll see it becomes quite valuable. And this is when he was on the Kalamazoo baseball team. And there were actually 2 cards that were produced with this particular set. And then you have the front row draft picks, which is not a main set, but a licensed set, where you have Derek Jeter from Kalamazoo High. But in that set alone, then, this card is one of them, but there are more valuable cards. So there was a silver, as you can see at the top. And there also was a much more valuable gold. So you have in the set 3 different cards and 3 different values. And it also had a 4th card, the gold collection, that also will carry a fairly premium price. And this is from his high school yearbook picture, the picture that they're showing on this particular card. And then you have classic card of him in high school, but then you have the valuable card where he signs it. You can see there was less made. Anytime you see scarcity and you see kind of a number listing how many actual cards there are, this is always going to be a benefit and call for a higher price. And then you have the draft pick classic best. So all these high school cards, which kind of when people were collecting didn't even think about it, they had kind of gone a little bit back and purchased them, they'd be of a higher value today if they kept them in good condition. Certainly if they were able to get a grade 8 and certainly up to mint or 10. So then we move on from high school into the minor leagues, and he does play for the Gulfport. But when we get to Division A, he's playing for the Greensboro Hornets, off and on for 1992 to 1994. Most of these are classic best, which are our cards, and some of them we'll see actually carry a price. You would imagine the one at the end that's a signed one would, but also the first card being somewhat newer in terms of the actuality of him playing baseball. And you have these cards, and then you'll see at the bottom it's the 1995 Baseball America Player of the Year. So in other words, that wasn't the year he was, but basically the card came out then for Derek Jeter in response to that he was Player of the Year. Moving on, we have more Greensboro Hornets cards, Division A. We have the Fleer Pro cards, and you'll see little arrows there because you'll see in the All-Star game he played both left field in one card to the left, and he played also shortstop, which is his natural position as he played for the Yankees. And then you have a Upper Deck minor card, and you have a Ted Williams card, as well as the Fleer Excel cards when he played for the Charlotte Hornets. Moving on, he then moves up to AA and AAA, and he plays for the Gulf Coast Yankees, which you have 2 classic cards of that. And the one on the left is going to have some value if you're able to secure that particular card during his minor league career. To the right, you have the Albany Colonial Yankee card, which is unique in itself. And then you'll go on to the Columbus Clippers, where you'll see that he has 2 cards and one being Upper Deck, one being a Heritage. And then you have the Upper Deck and this one we showed previously, which was the 1992 draft pick, as well as the Topps Prospects. And then we move on to the Advanced League Tampa Yankees, and we have a host of different cards and a host of different markers. And you see that there is the signature rookie card, and they are numbered, which makes them possibly more valuable. Then you have the classic card, plus the pro cards. A very interesting card we'll talk about later that became an era card, the Derek Jeter prospect card from Fleer, and on the back it has an era. You have the Bowman card, and then you also can see this one card it has is actually his average in A, AAA, AA, and his final numbers, as well as an action pack card. So we have quite a few leagues that during those years, 92 to 95, that Jeter played and represented by these different cards. Now we move into the base set rookie cards. Okay, and these are cards that were produced from 93 to 96, which really, in a sense of what a rookie is, they sort of fit, and so, but it goes all the way up to the rookie of the year he played, as well as the pre-rookie cards. And you'll see you have the score select, as well as the score draft pick, as well as the score rookie card. And then you have a special score rookie card. You have the Topps 92, but people will see the prospect card, and sometimes because they'll think that that's a rookie card as well as a future star card. You have the Derek Jeter Stadium Club card, and we'll talk about this. There's an era card that comes with it, make it more valuable, and an Excel card. So Upper Deck rookies and prospect. So just taking Upper Deck and all the cards that will qualify in terms of this rookie years, pre-rookie, rookie, and post-rookie, you'll see there are quite a few that are available to anyone who purchases. So you can see some of the ones that we've already talked about, as well as different cards. And you even see this 1995 card that says Star Rookie. You'll see relic cards. And so all of these carry different values, and we'll talk about which ones are the most valuable. But Upper Deck really kind of made a show of promoting Derek Jeter in those years. And then we go from those Upper Deck and then we go to other sets that kind of, there are cards of that rookie era for Derek Jeter, and these are from the base sets, 93 to 95, where you have Bowman, Donruss, Fleer, Collector's Choice, and you can just kind of look through all these, some of them having more values. That's why we're going to kind of talk about which ones are the most valuable later on in this talk. It is interesting that there were two cards of Derek and Bowman in 95, and kind of the foil and reflector types that kind of carry a higher price chrome, so to speak. And then you also have this odd looking card, which is Derek Jeter in the Upper Deck Collector's Choice. And it's kind of like, oh, the ground goes from green to pink, and that's kind of weird, but just the weirdness kind of makes it more valuable. And then up next last card, the top row, you'll see a Leaf sign card. We'll be talking about, that's one of the most higher value cards of the whole Derek Jeter collection. So moving on, now we have these cards that we would see, but be careful because they're really not rookie cards, and they were kind of made available pretty long term from the time that he was a rookie. So these are Derek Jeter rookie dated rookie cards. So even this draft pick, which is kind of a reproduction, that was actually produced much later and after he retired, as well as the Summit card. Then you have the 1996 Pinnacle, which on the back it says rookie, but as I say, this is basically the third. It's 1996. It's happening, but they do on the back. They show that he started the Yankees. You see how many games he played, 15. And there's other cards that rookie sensation from Topps, but they're 1996. And the cards below are basically establishing his rookie of the year season is 1996, but many of these cards are 2015, 2000, and so forth, and much later in terms of it. But he was the rookie of the year in 1996, a really great year as a rookie that year. So what are the most valuable Derek Jeter minor league cards? And so there's a reference underneath this where someone has at the time, in terms of what the cards were going for, kind of ranked them in this order. They've changed now in terms of ranking, but these are the cards that kind of demand a higher price. And as I alluded to when we talked about the high school cards, this 1992 high school prospect really have become valuable, and you see that that's the most valuable at the time, and as well as the front row Derek Jeter card. But this is the gold. Remember, there's a silver and a gold, and then you have the classic best, but it's the autograph one with the numbers. And then we have what we talked about in terms of the Gulf Coast Yankees pro cards, and now we have another card that's in that same set as a high school, as well as classic best. But again, here it's a signed card. We have a classic best, the Greensboro Hornets, as well as a pro card, All-Star, and there's that card from the Hornets, as well as his front row card. That was his high school picture. So these were considered the most valuable Derek Jeter minor league cards. So you'll see none of these basically qualify as a rookie, but still carry a high price tag. So when we look at what are the most valuable rookie cards, this is kind of a repeat of what we've already shown you, with that Derek Jeter Upper Deck 1993 SP foil, that being the highest. Some people will list the Topps 1992 draft pick as the second most valuable. Some people say the Stadium Club. And if you're looking at scarcity, probably the ones at the top are more scarce, but it's a very popular card, the draft pick of Topps, and these are the cards that were produced in 1993 that carry the highest value. Now, if we take the minor league cards together with the rookie cards, and again, the references below who basically came up with this, but you'll see almost in this is 2021, which cards are demanding the most price in the rookie cards. We'll have a second talk after this that will go in terms of Jeter's career beyond that 1996, and we'll see that there's a whole host of cards that basically will demand more than these cards are listed here. But in terms of the rookies and the minor league or prospect cards, these are the ones that basically garnish the most. You have a mini card there in the middle, and then you'll see the difference between the silver front row and the top row being the gold. And you'll see the Topps rookie card there. And so similar cards that we've already seen as far as minor league and rookies kind of all put together in terms of their value. So if you are interested in learning additional information about the baseball card industry, the history of baseball cards, profiting and investing in baseball cards, or ideas to bring the fun back to collecting, be sure to follow us below. Feel free to view our library of YouTube videos, and please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. Also, check out our eBay stores where we have available for sale many of the cards shown on these videos.